Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I figure I share some hot toys. As you guys can see, this is Vision from the Wandavision show. I got this from Sideshow. I believe this normally retails for a little over $200. I had a couple of points and some Sideshow reward codes. And also Sideshow has this for like $5 shipping here in the US. So I ended up getting this for around $150. That includes tax and shipping. So I'd figure, hey, why not? I've been wanting to get a Vision added to my collection, sort of my Avengers Hot Toys team. And this one kind of fit the bill. Really nice box there. Nice shiny cover with the Vision's face. Here on the side, we got the Vision logo, what have you, and then on the back you've got the credits along with a scene from the Wandavision show from the Westview town. So really cool figure here. All right guys, so just to give you a rough idea of what you all get in the box here with Vision, of course you get the figure itself there. I haven't yet taken all the plastic wrapping off of it. Right back there where I'm pointing at, you could see the standard Hot Toys base. So you also do get the little bendy pole along with the clamp. You get 2 additional pair of hands, fists, and some stretched out hands in addition to the ones that he comes with. You also do get this nice cardboard and plastic background, I guess, to emulate what's in the show. Personally, I don't use these. I kind of just put them away. I just don't have the room or the space. It's nice that they include them, but perhaps it would have been nice if they included something else, something different. The other thing I want to note as well is that if you look in the back here, that's pretty much where the cape is stored back here. So when you take the figure out, just be really careful that you pull it out really carefully. So here we have Vision out of the box. Decided to use that cardboard / plastic display backdrop that they give you here in the video. You see him standing there. As I mentioned earlier, you get your standard bendy pole that you almost get with just about every other Hot Toys. You also, of course, this goes along with this base here with the Wandavision Marvel Studios logo. And that's that. As I showed you guys as well, you get 2 extra pairs of hands. You get 2 fists and 2 reaching out hands. So again, you guys could see them there. It's a standard fist ball and peg that you pull out. And you also do get some extra wrist pegs just in case you break the ones that are in there. And here's a little clamp that you get with it. So again, pretty cool. Moving on to Vision here. The suit does look great. I gotta say, obviously it looks just like what was in the show. The expression there, I think everything's kind of on point. Really wish they would have given us a better I guess look there at the was it the Mind Stone or the Soul Stone that the Vision has there on his head. Right now it's just kind of plain looking. I gotta say, obviously the look there on Vision, the face to me is right on point. It looks pretty cool. Love the gold accents there on the shoulders, or what holds the cape in place. Definitely really cool. The green's really nice. The material is very reminiscent of what they normally use, I want to say, on the Spider-Man figures. So if you have any of those, this material is pretty similar. So if you do leave it for long periods of time in any kind of extraneous poses, you will get probably some maybe some damage, I guess, but that's that. You could see there, looking on down at the legs. So it's just trying to give you an up and down look. There's a boot. So overall, a pretty, I would say, accurate look to what was in the WandaVision show, and also, I guess, just Vision in general from the different movies that he's been in. Looking at the back here, he does have a nice cape covered in gold and some really nice designs there, so really cool. The cape also does have a little metal, I want to say, there to help you pose it. It's only on the edges, but you can use that to help I guess give the the cape a bit of a flowing thing. It's not that strong, so it's not really going to hold the weight of the whole cape, but as you guys can see there, you can use it to sort of style it if you don't want it kind of just you know, just sitting there down, all the way down. So you can definitely use that there to do that. Again, as I showed you guys, I thought the head did an awesome job. As far as the articulation here, you can turn the head fully around. He can look down, but then just be really careful that you don't pop the head off there from the socket, but you can just pop that back in, no issue. He can look up, probably about that much. You guys can see that there. Yeah, so no issues there. The neck, I guess he can move his head left and right if he wanted to. So that's that. Moving on down here, you can see the nice patterns on the chest, and he's got some nice padding there, I guess, to give him that muscle definition. The arms here, you can move probably about that much before the suit starts getting in the way, and anything after that, you're probably going to risk tearing something. Back, probably about this much before you start hitting the limits of the suit. So just something to keep in mind. Here, the elbows, again, you probably get about that much, and then you're going to get the suit start bunching up. Love these gauntlets here, which are very reminiscent of the Iron Man suit. They're plastic, they're not metal, but they look really nice. Again, you got the gold and silver. And then here, looking at the hands, you've got your standard wrist pegs, so he can wave up and down, and you can turn the hands fully around there. So pretty cool. Here, down, moving on down to the waist area, I don't really think there's, it looks like there is a joint there at the upper chest if you want to have him look down, but because of the padding and the suit, it's not really going to hold that. It looks a little weird. He can, I guess you can use the joint at the waist to make him kind of look up if you wanted to. You can turn this around slightly, but again, the suit again kind of gets in the way. But yeah, that is a joint at the waist there, but it's very limited, I think, because of the suit. Moving on down right here to the legs, he can kick forward probably about that much there, and again, the suit's gonna get in the way there, and then the knees probably about that much. So just be really careful, because again, you see the suit's like very stretched over the joint there, so just something to keep in mind. The legs, again, following the same theme as the gauntlets on the wrists, but they're not as shiny, but you still got that red and gold theme going on. And then you've got the boots here, which you can turn around left and right slightly, just being really careful, and you can slightly move them up and down. Just be really careful with anything perhaps popping, but it is kind of limited here on the ankle. Also, I noted the left ankle on mine is slightly tighter than the right ankle, so just again something to keep in mind. Looks like you get some very limited articulation there. So also just want to mention, from our articulation standpoint, you can he can do a split, but again, you just have to be really conscious of the material and the seams perhaps not splitting, but you can probably have him do a split about that much, but you start getting the material here stretching. So just something to be careful with. You see this stitching here on the back, but he can do a bit of a split, and then you just have to work the material around to get it back to shape. All right, guys, so just to show you some of the posability, was playing around with this guy. He does look nice there in his, I put him in a bit of a, I guess, floating or pose or flying pose with his hand kind of out. I try to work with the bendable wire on the edges of the cape there. Again, I'm not great at posing or anything, but just want to show you guys, you can get this guy in some okay poses. He's not super posable by any means, and you know, this is the best I could come up with for this guy. I think, again, the material is very reminiscent of the suits of the material they use in the Spider-Man suits. So again, you could pose this guy, but I would not recommend that you leave him in something like this, because you see all the material kind of bunching up. You'll probably get marks or what have you. Also, I am using that clamp just for this video. I generally don't use those clamps when I'm displaying my figures in my shelf, but I think this does look pretty cool. I think part of it is I'm not too big of the onesie look on superhero suits. I like a clearly defined like waist. I know folks give the Superman suit a lot of flack because technically it's got the underwear on the outside, but I think it does a great job of differentiating, you know, the trunks from the top. And I think maybe that's what the Vision suit. But again, I think this is very, I guess, reminiscent of what was in the books as well. And definitely this is what was in the movie. So I think in this pose, he does look pretty cool flying there. All right, so one more pose here to show you guys. This pose definitely, I think, hit the mark for me. Definitely love the flying pose here. Again, able to use the bendable wire on the cape to give it a bit more flow. The ankles are still a bit limited in what you can do. That, you know, you can bend them slightly back, but they don't go that far back. But you guys can see there the nice flowing cape. I switched out his to the fists on both sides, and man, those are really hard to put back on. So I don't know if it's just an issue with my copy or what have you, but again, just something to keep in mind. But I do think the flying pose here for this guy definitely suits him. If I could leave him in this pose for a long time, I would. But again, you could see the starting to get the folds and the material bunching up there, and then also here. But here you could see the material kind of bunching up as you're bending the knee and the leg. But this right here, for me, it's an awesome shot, I think, for the Vision, just sort of flying. One thing I do wish is that they would have given us different expressions. Right now, that's a very neutral expression, and I don't think I've seen the Vision angry in the movies. But again, maybe some more action like face would have been nice to have been included with Vision here. But definitely liking this pose quite a bit here. And just one last pose there for good measure. So I try to put him in a bit of an action pose. Again, what kind of takes away is the fact that his face expression is so neutral. So when you put him in a bit of an action pose, you know, he just kind of looks like he's just standing there. I tried again to play with the bendy wire in the cape. That's the best I could do. Again, you're taking a risk with you know, posing this guy, but again, I guess provided you don't leave this guy in this really stressing poses that would stress the suit, then I think you'll be fine. But I do like this pose as well. I think it looks nice there. All right, guys, so as we get ready to wrap up the video figure, let's do some comparisons to other Hot Toys figures, starting off here with the Infinity War Machine, looking pretty slick there. That is massive armor. I love that one. And here he is next to the Endgame Captain America. So you guys could see what those two look like together next to each other. Looking pretty cool. We'll move Cap out of the way and bring in some Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man from the video game, the PlayStation video game. Technically, this is a classic suit Spider-Man. Looking pretty spiffy there next to him. Why not, since we're in the Spider-Man kick, let's bring in the integrated suit Spidey, the Tom Holland from the No Way Home. So there you go, you guys could see them looking pretty slick there all together. So we'll move classic suit Spidey out of the way. Bring in, let's move Tom Spider-Man out of the way. Bring in some more Avengers. Here he is next to Hawkeye, or with the Ronin suit. This is from Endgame. And here he is next to the 2.0 Black Panther. So you guys could see what those three there look like together. We'll move T'Challa out of the way there. And we'll bring in, since we have Hawkeye there, why not bring in Natasha? So here's the Black Widow from her Black Widow movie there. I still think that one's like undersized. I know she's short, but she should be just a tad taller than these guys. But that's that. So we'll move her out. Bring in another Spidey. Why not Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from No Way Home? Kind of short there too. But hey, those may be the official heights. Since we are on the Avengers, why not bring his other dad? So this is the Mark 85 from Endgame, the non-damaged version, non-battle damaged version, I should say. And then someone else here that has a relation to the Vision. Here's Endgame Thor. So that's how he measures up next to those, and I could work with that. I think that looks really cool. I think height-wise, at least what I think in my head, these guys should be height-wise. So we'll move Thor out, bring in another Captain America. This is the Cap from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. There. We'll move Iron Man out, the Mark 85. Bring in, why not? Here's Wade, Deadpool. So there you can see there the height comparison. And here we'll bring in Kang the Conqueror, and Thanos. Thanos is pretty big, so I'll have to pan back here. But boom, there you go. That's all three of them together. Then we'll move Thanos out. And we'll bring in She-Hulk. So that's what those look like together. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts on all these comparisons, guys. All right, guys, so I think that's going to do it for me. Overall, it's slowly growing on me the more I play with it. Initially, when I took it out of the box and some of the limitations around the suit material and the postability and the articulation, I was a bit bummed out about it too. But, you know, overall, I think the more and more I play with it, the more I pose it, it is growing on me. Definitely, I think the likeness is there to what we were showing in the Wandavision show and just Vision in general from the Avengers. I think he's had a very similar look until he got that all white, until we got that all white Vision. But I think is there, you know, I think again, what's there is serviceable. And, you know, most of the time folks are going to pose these for a bit and then display them in, you know, a very relaxed pose to avoid any kind of damage, which is what I would recommend for this one. But overall, as I said, it's growing on me. I think it's a really nice figure. But let me know your thoughts. Do you have this in your collection? Are you looking to add it? You know, what do you think overall here on the Hot Toys Vision figure? But if you made it to the end, again, thank you so much for your very valuable time. And I will definitely be seeing you in the next video. Take care.